It's news time. Information is power. Be current. The news headline: APC Chieftain on how to end Ipob's agitation. The news in full. The Chieftain of the All Progressive Grand Alliance (APGA), Dr. Celestine Ugochukwu Chukwueneye, has backed the call for dialogue to resolve the separatist agitation in the southeast, being championed by the outlawed indigenous people of Biafra, Ipob. Ugochukwu said it is better to adopt the carrot and stick approach rather than the military approach. He said if the government had utilized dialogue, the matter would have been resolved. He said if when they were coming up, the government had dialogue with them by now, the government would have nipped it in the bud. Look at Government Owezide Ekpe Mulpolo Tompolo, the former President Olusegun Obasanjo, who was able to settle the matter. It is not always by force. If they release the Ipob leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, to his people, after some time, things will die down. We have too many problems to escalate the Ipob issue, so the government should allow the young man to go. It is obvious that the average Igbo is not violent. These are youth who will be youth. What the government should do is to calm down and look into what they are saying. It is the same thing with Sunday Adeyemo Igboho. Yoruba Obas should take care of the matter, listen to him, and pass his request to the government to implement. But when you use force, you escalate them. So my sincere advice is that they should release Kanu. If not, if anything happens to him, there might be more trouble. On whether the Igbo have been neglected politically and they should be given a chance to have a shot at the presidency in 2023. Chukwueneye corrected the impression, saying that not only the Igbos have been neglected, says that also the Northeast and even the Middle Belt had also suffer similar fate. He therefore advised them to bring forward a candidate that is credible and acceptable, and he added that they should go and do their homework very well. It will make it easier for them without producing the person that will run and that you have not started. But in the southwest, for example, they know who will run. If the Igbo do start in time, it will be proper. Chukwueneye wondered why some people say that the Igbo should be handed the presidency ticket, saying that this happened since 1999. Saying that what happened was that both major parties had Yoruba candidates, and for you to go through primaries before the candidates can emerge, that is why the region zones that are clamoring should actually produce their candidates in the major parties, he said. He acknowledged that the Igbo have a strong case. However, he said that they should go beyond desiring the number one seat to canvassing a strong candidate in the southeast in 1999, despite the sentiment that they should be allowed to go for presidency candidates from other zones contested. On 2023 general elections, the APC stalwart said that the major parties are warming up. He noted that the People's Democratic Party (PDP) that was corrected some of its past errors was a good sign, adding that the APC should give the people hope. He, however, praised the APC-led government for some changes in the policies taken after the yearnings of the people. He, however, advised President Muhammadu Buhari to spread his appointment to every zone to enable everyone have the opportunity to participate in government. He also said that Nigerians were not telling themselves the truth about the problems in the country, saying that there was need for us to sit down to identify these problems and find a lasting solutions to them. Thereafter, appointed Governor Buni to head the Caretaker Extraordinary Convention Planning Committee (CECPC), and he was immediately sworn by the Minister of Justice and Attorney General of the Federation (AGF), Abubakar Malami. While addressing party leaders at the meeting, President Muhammadu Buhari had called for the immediate suspension of all pending litigations involving the APC and its members. He informed party chieftains at the meeting that mutating disagreements could lead to the self-destruction of the party with dire consequences. The caretaker committee was directed to take over the leadership of the APC pending when a convention would be conducted to elect a new set of national officers of the ruling party APC. And this is the resolve between the APC that the APC members, as directed by the President Muhammadu Buhari. And this is also that the APC NEC dissolves the National Working Committee, that the current National Working Committee, known as the NWC of the All Progressive Congress, just like I said earlier, has been dissolved. And this formed part of the decisions taken on Thursday at the meeting of the APC National Executive Council at the Council's chambers of the Presidential Villa in Abuja, where the party took the decision to dissolve its NWC based on the recommendations of President Muhammadu Buhari, who has called for the immediate suspension of all pending litigations involving the party and its members, saying that as well as the ratification of the party's governorship primary election recently conducted in Edo State. President Muhammadu Buhari had condemned the recent crisis within the party, stressing the need for the members to enforce party discipline so as to continue to foster a good unity, for the structure of the APC, where the party therefore appointed Yobe State Governor Mai Malabuni to head the new caretaker extraordinary planning committee for the party. The governor was immediately sworn in at the meeting by the Minister of Justice and Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami. Meanwhile, President Muhammadu Buhari told the party chieftains at the meeting that they need to look for a way to settle all disputes between themselves so as not to bring the party into dire consequences. He also urged all the members to withdraw all litigations against one another and to take internal conciliation as the nearest option. The president also warned the gains of the APC could be reversed as conflict, thereby saying that they appealed to refocus on the larger picture and place more emphasis on uniting the APC. According to the President Muhammadu Buhari says that there are other associated disputes as to the legitimacy of holders of certain national offices of the party, while the APC is contending with judicial claims and counterclaims, orders and counter-orders, as well as judgments and counter-judgments that are predominantly at cross purposes. Confronted with these issues, it is very obvious that the fortunes of the party are currently in jeopardy. Administration of our party is becoming impossible, and there is consequently an urgent need for intervention to immediately arrest further drift and internal wrangling, which may lead to total disintegration, the president had warned. He stated that what we secretly imagine is that we are beginning to self-destruct, and this, my dear party members, is not regrettable but utterly gut-wrenching. Therefore, the final resolution is that the NWC should be dissolved, and that the new chairman of the caretaker committee, which is my Malabuni, has been sworn in as the chairman, and therefore they are expecting that the members of the APC will look for a better way to resolve the internal crisis amidst them and withdraw all litigations against themselves at the court of law. Thanks for listening.